Hi, welcome to our channel. This is Vera, and today we're going to show you how to sew a low-rise skirt. We hope you like it. Before we start sewing, let's get all our pieces ready. This skirt is designed to be made in a slightly stretchy fabric, so it fits comfortably around the body. It is also fully lined, which makes it more comfortable to wear and gives us a much cleaner finish on the inside. The pattern has just 4 pieces, a front and a back in the outer fabric, and a front and a back in the lining. Before cutting, make sure you know the right and wrong sides of your fabric, and always follow the grain line marked on the pattern. Don't forget to make the small snips at each notch. These little marks will help us match everything up correctly as we sew. We also recommend keeping your pieces separate and easy to identify. It's a small detail, but it will help avoid confusion with front and back pieces. And now, let's start sewing. First, we're going to finish the 2 long side edges of all 4 pieces, from the waist all the way down to the hem. We're using an overlocker, but if you don't have one, a zigzag stitch on a regular sewing machine works perfectly too. Since our fabric has a little bit of a stretch, we recommend testing your stitch on a scrap of fabric first. And now we can start giving our skirt some shape. Place the outer front and back pieces right sides together, matching the side edges and notches. Pin or clip the 2 layers together and sew from the waist down to the hem, using a straight stitch between 2.5 and 3 mm long. Repeat on the other side and then do exactly the same thing with the lining. Once that's done, we'll have 2 separate pieces, our outer skirt and our lining. There's also another way to finish the seams. What you can do is first sew each side seam with a straight stitch and then overlock both seam allowances together. Both methods work well, you can just choose whichever feels easier and works best with your fabric. And before we carry on, we have to press the side seams to set the stitches and help the skirt fall back into its natural shape. Make sure the temperature of your iron is suitable for the fabric you're using. Now we're going to join the two parts of our skirt, the outer skirt and the lining. You have to place one inside the other with right sides facing. Start by matching the side seams, then line up the rest of the waist. Pins or clips will help keep everything in place. Sew all the way around the waist using a 1.5 cm seam allowance. And now our outer skirt and lining are joined at the waist, while the hems are still separate. We're going to leave this aside and we're going to focus on the elastic. Since this is a low-rise skirt, we need to measure around the exact point where we want the skirt to sit, rather than necessarily measuring a natural waist. From this measurement, we'll subtract a few centimeters depending on how stretchy and firm the elastic is. For example, if our measurement is 70 centimeters and we subtract 4 centimeters, that leaves us with 66 centimeters. Then we add 2 centimeters at each end, so we have enough to join the elastic. In this example, we would cut 70 centimeters of the elastic in total. Before cutting, we recommend wrapping the elastic around your waist to check the fit. It should feel secure but still comfortable. Create the loop, overlap the two ends by 2 centimeters, making sure the elastic is lying flat and hasn't twisted. Then sew the ends together, creating a box with 2 diagonal lines through it. going to touch the elastic. To distribute the elastic evenly around the waist, divide the loop into 4 equal sections and mark each point. These 4 marks should line up with the 2 side seams, the center and the center back of the skirt. Pin the elastic to the waist seam allowance at these 4 points and then start sewing with a zigzag stitch. The easiest way to do this is to work from one mark to the next, gently stretching the elastic until it matches the length of that section of the waist. But the important thing to remember here is that we're stretching the elastic, not the fabric. Keep working 1/4 at a time until you've sewn all the way around. This makes it much easier to control the tension and keep the elastic evenly distributed. This next step is optional, but it helps prevent the lining from peeking out above the waist when the skirt is worn. Bring the lining up towards the elastic and make sure it's lying nice and flat without any folds. Then, using a zigzag stitch, sew close to the lower edge of the elastic to attach it to the lining. As we saw, we'll gently stretch the elastic so the lining stays evenly distributed. Again, we're stretching the elastic, not the fabric. lastly, we need to finish the two hems. We're going to start with the lining hem. First, we're going to overlock the entire bottom edge. If you don't have an overlocker, a zigzag stitch on a regular sewing machine works too. Then fold 1 centimeter towards the wrong side and press the fold into place.
Promises, silence, you sold me on the emptiness. Let go. Let go.
Sew all the way around using a straight stitch between 2.5 and 3 millimeters long, keeping an even distance from the edge. And that's our lining finished. Now we're going to finish the outer hem. For the outer skirt, we're going to create a very narrow hem for a delicate finish. First, fold approximately 5 millimeters or even slightly less towards the inside and sew very close to the fold. Carefully trim away any excess fabric left next to the stitching. Fold that narrow edge over once more so the raw edge is completely hidden inside. Press the fold and then sew all the way around again, keeping the hem as narrow and even as possible. And all that's left now is to give the whole skirt one final press, paying a little extra attention to the hems, the side seams and the waist. And here is the finished result. We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. If you did, leave us a comment and don't forget to show us your version of the skirt. Would love to see it. See you in the next video.